Hey, what's up everyone? On today's episode, we're going to be talking about ASV levers and why specifically I chose the ASV levers versus any other type of levers. Okay, so I did a quick unboxing here, but really there's not much in here other than the lever itself, some protective padding, stickers, and the warranty itself. So not worth wasting your time watching this whole thing, so I'm just going to speed through it. Okay, so why did I choose ASV levers? The reason for that is because they have this little wheel right here that actually allows you to adjust the the position of the lever by up to 4 inches. And that means that you have greater adjustability, and that's not just 6 settings like most of the other levers out there. Even the China-made levers allow you to have 6 different positions, while this one actually has 180 little clicks. So every time you hear a click, you've actually made what they call like micro adjustments. Let me see if I can turn it here. Listen for those clicks. And every time you hear some of those clicks, that means that you've actually made an adjustment to the lever itself. And you can see that that comes out right there. Not everybody, but a lot of folks have this so-called unbreakable design, which means that if it falls, it's actually going to bend backwards versus being, you pull it down this way, and this is normally how it pivots. But if you fall, like on a crash, it bends the opposite direction. This is kind of what happens. It bends backwards, and when it bends backwards, it prevents it from breaking and thus saving you some time. Like at the track, if you had like a low side or something like that, and you were still hit your controls, it didn't break it, and maybe it saves the day, and you don't have to have a separate set of these. So another reason is that they actually come with a 5-year warranty to include crashing. So if you crash with these and they break, ASV will send you a replacement. It's pretty nice, to know that you make an investment and that investment is going to pay for itself in the event of a crash. Obviously, nobody wants to crash, but in the event that you do crash, you at least know that that you're able to get that money back without having to, or the part back without having to spend any more money. Just in case you were interested in reading the warranty card, here it is. Alright, so I'm going to start with the clutch lever, and to do that, what you need to do is drive this in, and you just kind of twist it over. And once you've done that, make sure to align this portion here with this line here, otherwise you're not going to be able to take it out. So I think we gotta still another turn. There you go. And then you pull on this, make sure it clears that top, and then you're gonna be able to pull this out. And if you're still having not enough slack, make sure to turn your handlebars towards the clutch section. And as you can see, you get a little bit more slack. And there, it came out. And then it just has a tiny little bolt down here, 10 millimeter. And get that out, you should be able to install the other one. So the easiest thing to do is to start by placing the cable through the lever itself, and then pushing it through this section. And again, make sure to align this opening here with the rest of it, and then start making your adjustments here. Remember, you got to have about 2 or 3 millimeters of play here, and that's per the manual standard. And not having that play right could lead to some engine wear, clutch wear, that kind of stuff. So make sure you do have that play. Also, make sure that you're actually able to press onto that neutral safety switch. Alright, so as you guys can see, when you're rushing, you make mistakes, and it's kind of what I did. Thankfully, it was a really easy fix. I was just able to take out these 2 bolts and move this lever all the way over here. I don't know what I was thinking. Alright, so moving on over to the brake side, you're basically going to do the same thing of removing this nut down here, and you don't actually have a cable that you need to get rid of prior to that. Just make sure that when you install the new one, you do install that plunger barrel, which is supplied in the box. Oh, sorry, I'm covering that up. And the plunger barrel basically goes in there, and make sure that it faces the actual master cylinder activation rod. I call it activation rod, but whatever. Anyway, as you can see, this one already has adjustment, but it only has 6 different levels of adjustment, and I want to have more adjustments. The shorties are actually about 1.25 inches shorter than your stock ones, so I went with these. I like them. Really nice, sturdy material. So let's go ahead and remove those. And again, same process, so I'm not really going to show it on camera unless there's something really different, and I'll explain that as I go along. I'll try to show pictures and maybe put it back together and show you guys. Okay, so on the other side, the retaining pin or bolt, whatever you want to call it, was basically just something that you could push up on, but here you actually gotta undo it. So yeah, that's just a minor little difference, but it is a difference, and I promised I would show you, so here it is. So this is what it looks like once you've installed the plunger barrel into the lever itself. I like to start by aligning the plunger barrel with the master cylinder, and then once I'm done with that, then I can go ahead and insert the bolt to put everything back together. One thing I forgot to mention is that you might need to bleed your brakes. I didn't have to, but you might on your specific application. Alright, so this is the finished product, and obviously I made adjustments, and you should make adjustments as well to whatever feels comfortable for you.